Hey, what's going on, everybody? Jason. Oh, my fault. Yeah, JC in the house. Tonight's topic is interracial dating with Angela Harris. So everybody gather around. Um, JC in the house. Where everybody? What's going on, Daphne, Hillary, Kenya, Charlene, Felicia? What's going on? How's everybody doing tonight? Yeah, just waiting on Angela to come on live and stuff. But yeah, is interracial dating. Why do some men tend to choose to date outside their race? What's going on, Chris?
What's
All
up?
right, man. How you doing, man?
Oh, I'm good.
Okay. Well, yeah, though. I mean, we got tonight's topic is interracial dating. Let me send a little shout out. What's going on, Cordero, Chris, Rita Marie King. Tonight's topic is interracial dating. Why do some men tend to date outside their race? So, what's your thoughts about that?
Me, me personally, I feel like whoever someone dates, that's nobody's business except the two people that are involved in the relationship. I mean, because you have all these outside parties want to get a opinion about, interracial relationships. I mean, every black every black man who is with a white woman is not with a trashy white woman, is not with a big white woman, is not with a broke white woman, is not with an uneducated white woman, because the last the last white woman that I seriously dated, she had more education and made more money than me. She was a pharmacy accountant.
Okay.
And we didn't have we didn't have the most problems out of old wrinkly redneck white people. That's who I thought we were gonna have the most problems out of, me and a couple of other, non-black women that I've dated. I thought we were gonna have the most problems out of, old wrinkly white people. That's not who we had the most problems out of. We had the most problems out of black women.
Oh wow.
That's who we had the most problems out of.
Oh wow. What's going on, Remy? What's going on, Ms. Bugs? But yeah, though, but me personally, I've never dated outside my race. I never planned to. But my thing is, to each his own. So you feel like you can find love outside your race, go for it. What, Khadijah?
I see
Oh,
my
Chris,
Facebook
Chris.
friend. I
Uh oh,
see
Chris,
Minnesota
Chris.
Edition
You
is
gotta control your
watching.
girl, man. You
What's
gotta
up?
control your girl. Like, can't be caught on my platform being disrespectful. Talking about look shy and stuff. But yeah, though, like I said, I never said that as far as for me personally, I never. I've always just dated black women because I feel like that's best for me. But my preference is your preference may be
Hey, Remy.
Oh, what up, Remy? How you doing? But yeah, my preference may be
you know,
different than
it's
your
not
preference.
it's not so much that I have a preference for non-black women. This is how my gas tank runs. This is how my measuring stick works. I go by who I have the most in common with and who's going to treat me, whether or not that person's going to treat me good, regardless of their race. I go by who's going to treat me good. And let's just let's just face facts, John. That some sisters are unapproachable for real. Some black women are unapproachable. Some of our women have some of the most horrible attitudes. In the world. And I hear some of them get on Facebook and say quite often that well, the only black men who date white women or black men that black women are not checking for it. That's not true. That's not true at all. That's a falsehood because I've seen many times on Facebook where black men who have a lot going for themselves, have dated and married non-black women, and black women have something to say about it. But however, I noticed very few sisters had something to say about Serena and about that black actress. One used to be an actress who married that Nazi prince over there in England. The sisters didn't have too much to say about that. I mean, a lot of times an interracial relationship is not even considered an interracial relationship until a black man does it. Just like Maury Povich. Everybody knows Maury Povich and Connie Chung. The two of them, they've been married for years. But people see those two, Jonathan, and they don't think of Maury Povich and Connie Chung as an interracial couple. People don't think of it as an interracial couple until a black man does.
True. Yeah, you're right about that. But I just don't like the fact that a lot of, oh, what's up, Asia? What's up, sis? How you doing, sis?
What's up,
You know,
Asia?
what up, Asia? But now, though, I just wanted to say about interracial dating. You see, like a lot of, rich black people who been with black women all throughout their lives when they had nothing, but all of a sudden cling to a white woman. All of a sudden, when they start making millions of dollars, what's your response to that?
And I don't agree with that by any means. If I'm claiming up the letter, if Sally Sue stuck by me when I had nothing, when I make it, that's who I should be with. That's why I have so much. That's why I have so much respect and admiration for Kim O'Shea. That's that's Ice Cube's wife. Because Ice Cube's real name is O'Shea Jackson. That's why I have so much respect for Kim Jackson because she was with that man when he had nothing. When he was selling little homemade mixtapes out of his car and he wanted to give the whole thing up, she told him, "No, baby, you're gonna make it. Everything's gonna be all right." And I respect Ice Cube. When he made it big, when he made his millions, he was still there with his black queen. So no, I don't agree with, you know, a brother
Yeah,
been with a black woman all his life and then he gets his hands on some dough, then he wants to go step out. I don't agree with that.
Angela, you got something right here. You got a booger or something. So you got like a booger. You got burger or something right here.
Got one?
You got a booger right here.
That ain't
Yes,
no
now.
book. You got to put me on blast. That is not no booger. That ain't no booger.
All right. Anyways, gotta get back, get focused, okay? But no, though, I just wanted to say, it is really disrespectful to, drag the woman who's been with you since day one, and then all of a sudden you become rich and famous, and then all of a sudden you want to cling to the white woman, and
That's
also too,
because
white women they've been always falsely accusing our brothers, having our brothers locked up.
that's true in a lot of cases, but also some sisters have done it too.
It's
Because
more white cases
there's
though.
there's a case there's a case where a brother was missed out of an NFL career and a sister did. So it that's a characteristic of all races. Just like,
Yeah.
everybody knows I live in Memphis. Everybody who's familiar with sports and basketball knows how popular basketball star Lorenzen Wright was.
Yeah.
His former wife is on trial right now for his murder, which when he was first murdered years ago, I always sort of suspected that she had something to do with it. And he was
Yeah.
married to a sister. So that's a greed and human thing. I mean, but I understand what you're saying. There has been a history of non-black women, getting black men caught up in those type of situations. There has been that. But I think more these days it's more of a human characteristic thing. The bottom line is when these athletes and stuff get money, they need to basically leave these women alone as far as, trying to harass them or what have you. That's what got Morgan Freeman in trouble. That's what got, Weinstein, Harvey Weinstein in trouble. Some people think that when they reach a certain level of success, they think they're untouchable, that they can do what they want. And that's not the case, especially when you're a black male, because you already under the microscope. It's already some people don't want to see you there in that particular position. So you have to be extra careful when you're a black male in this country.
Exactly. What's going on, Frida? What's going on, Chris? Crystal, Easy. What's going on, everybody? But yeah, though, I mean, I just don't like when black men just always trying to degrade their own women just to try to uplift other women. As if they don't have their own issues, they don't have their own issues and problems, you know? Like black women have an
And
attitude. Black women, you talk bad, they're violent, they're loud. Like white women or Asian women don't do that to their men, you know?
no, that's just, that's just banned into a supremacy falsehood thing. That's a human thing, whether or not somebody is an a-hole or whether they're a good person. That's a human thing. I mean, there are good and bad people in all races. There's class and there's trash in all races.
Exactly. Yvonne
And
said,
as
"Hello,
far
G."
as and as far as uplifting black women, everybody knows I do that because most my most popular post on Facebook, I do it like every 3 or 4 months. The tag a beautiful black woman post, and I always have one main champion, a grand goddess, champion, who's the black woman. Matter of fact, the next one is coming up for the first time in the history of me doing it, because I've been doing it, the tag a beautiful black woman thing for about 2 or 3 years now. For the first time, they're going to be 2 grand goddesses, and Remy is one of them.
Uh-oh.
Remy is
Uh-oh,
going to,
shout out to Wendy. Like,
yeah,
shout out to
Remy is going to be one of the grand goddess co-champions this time. But I understand the direction you're going. It does make a black person look stupid if they're with someone of another race and putting down their own people. It does make them look stupid because basically, because of this system of white supremacy and because of what black people have been through in this country and because of what we're still going through, we are basically all that we have. That's why I hate to see on Facebook, like, if black people disagree with each other, they calling each other names, the black woman becomes a B, the black man becomes, a derogatory name. I don't like to see how.
Oh, what happened? No, hold on, you cut off. No, Fedora said you can date outside your race, but people should not degrade their own race by uplifting other races. Yeah, I do agree with that.
Oh,
There's no need.
exactly. I agree. It makes them look stupid.
Yeah,
That's why my very first statement was, I run on the cylinder of who treats me good, no matter what they race. I'm with who's going to treat me good. I'm with who's going to treat me like a queen, because whoever I'm in love with, I'm going to treat that woman like a queen. So I expect king treatment in return.
yeah, yeah. But I feel like a lot of black men are more tolerant of a white woman's put up with their mess. They won't say the same thing about black women, especially her being a single mother. You know, oh, you're a single mother. They want to get praised, but black single mother, they want to degrade her. You know, what sense does that make? And then most of these brothers that's degrading
That's
single
true, and
mothers. You said what now?
that's true, and you do have some black men who suffer from some type of self-esteem or brainwash issues, who will take white women any way they can get them. They'll try to put
Exactly.
down the prettiest black woman, but a white woman can be fat, ugly, overweight, trashy. They'll find some way to uplift her. You do have some you do have, unfortunately, you do have some brothers with that type of mentality.
Exactly. Like I don't understand
But
that. You know, she can be a single mother, got 4 or 5 kids, but nobody's gonna say nothing to her. But as soon as Regina have 6 or 7 kids, now all of a sudden you trying to bash her. Like it's the same situation, you know. Like overall, black women they've always been, the most disrespected. Just waking up. Just in the whole country. They've always been disrespected than white. We always put other races of women ahead of them. It makes them feel unwanted, unappreciated, and so. You know.
and I'm glad you brought up that particular topic because for the black men, for the brothers who are watching, I mean, please stop knocking single mothers. I mean, those women have a hard time. A lot of times they're trying to maintain themselves, their kids, and their family, and often too many cases with very little or no financial assistance or any kind of support from the fathers. And there are a lot of things that a black woman can do by herself, but making a child is not one of them.
No, no.
I mean, she had somebody go out. She had a willing accomplice to go out there and help her make that child. So it kind of looks stupid when brothers put down single mothers. Not to mention the fact, I'm sure that not all, but the vast majority of the brothers on Facebook.
Hold on, you freezing up?
Yeah, the vast majority of us the vast majority of us grew up in a single parent household. It's, if I'm not mistaken, it's like now like about 70% of black households are single parent.
Yeah, yeah, 70%.
And it
Yeah,
look,
70%.
and it looked like before it's all over with, it looked like those numbers may get even higher. I mean, brothers definitely have to do better. Definitely.
Yeah, yeah, we gotta value fatherhood and value commitment. If we're just trying to raw dog these women, leaving them pregnant, and leaving them to fend for themselves, and trying to blame her for being a single mother. Nah, it takes two to make a child, two to be out there, waking up, doing what they gotta do for the child. No excuse for men not to be active in their children's life. I made videos about that too. You know.
A lot of brothers ain't holding the mantle. And also, while we're on the topic of why some brothers, date out, I've noticed this. This is what I've noticed, Jonathan.
Yeah.
I've noticed in most cases there are two types of black men who have dated out. There are two kinds. You have the real, ignorant ones like O.J. Simpson and Morgan Freeman, who live in a white world, who thinks that their money and their success no longer makes them black. You got that type of ignorant brother that is dated outside his race. And then you got the other kind like myself and former talk show host Montel Williams, who we both know that we're still black men. Because he used to be married to a white woman.
Okay.
But he still knows that but Montel Williams still knows that he's a black man. He's even gone before Congress, on numerous occasions spoken out against, racism, how black people are treated in courts and jury pool selection and, in other matters, concerning the black community. So he knew that he was still a black man, just like I know I'm still a black man. At the end of the day, I still know that I'm a black man. I still know that I can be racially profiled and find myself sitting in the back of a police car for no other reason than the color of my skin, just because I'm a black male, and for no other reason.
Yeah.
So brothers who date out or have dated out, I mean, that shouldn't give them any false illusion of inclusion that they are white. By no means. They couldn't be white if they got sandblasted 50 times. I mean, at the end of the day, you're still going to be a black man.
Yeah, and also too, you said about being a black man. I mean, what about as far as your struggle that you go on internally that she really can't really vouch for you? She don't really know what you're really going through as a black man, as opposed to a black woman.
You know what? I think feminism has played a huge role in how a lot of sisters feel about black men because I see a lot of I see a lot of black women who call themselves feminists. They somewhat talk they somewhat talk down to black men, and I don't like that because here's the thing about feminism. Here's how I feel about a black woman who calls herself a feminist. First of all, when the feminist movement was first created, it was created by white women, created for white women. They basically wanted they basically wanted to just use black women to get the numbers, to pull the numbers up. They wanted to have because there's strength in numbers. They basically wanted the numbers. And white women have benefited far more from feminism than black women have. Naturally, this is a white man's country, white man's world. But feminism hasn't really, to me, it really hasn't benefited black women across the board. And I noticed that not all of them, because one of my closest Facebook friends, Tiffany Sherelle Porter, she's like a little sister to me. She's a feminist and she uplifts black men. But a lot of black women who I see claim the role of feminists, they try to put down black men.
Oh wow. All right, let me read one of these comments. Ms. Covington said, "If you don't see the family foundation at home, who can you blame? Most black mothers are raising men on their own. So most men are already angry that they leave home, and they carry that same mentality when they get a woman." Yeah, I mean I agree. I disagree. I feel like you have to set the example. If you didn't have your dad growing up, you have to set the example, and that should motivate you to be a positive, active father for your own child and raise your progeny. I don't want to keep blaming. I don't want to keep blaming my mom who she wasn't there, or dad into your own mindset and what you want out of life. And use your absent father as a lesson to do better because you know what it's like not having that father in your inside the home, not picking you up from school, not being there at your football game, basketball games, etc. So you got to start using all these excuses. Oh, well, my dad wasn't
And
there,
just for
mom
the
wasn't there. You just
Jonathan,
got to.
just for the record, tell Crystal Palmer that was not a booger, that was hair, and tell her that and tell her that I did, and tell her that I did wash my hands because I have the sanitizer. The sanitizer's right next to me, so so please let her know.
Oh wow. But no, like what I was gonna say, like use that motivation because now everybody had their father and mother. Some kids are foster kids, some are orphanage, don't know who their parents are. So you have to find out what works for you and how you're gonna make it and survive in today's society. Especially you look at like basketball players, they grow up without mom or dad, and they still went and still push forward. That's what you got to do as a man. Push forward, find new ways to overcome your struggles. Stop making all these
And
excuses.
then what people need to okay, and then I want to elaborate on something you were saying about when black men get money, they want to go get with women of other races. They want to get with non-black women when they get money.
Michael
The
Jordan.
vast majority of black, the vast majority of black men, as a matter of fact, 85% of them are still with black women. Even the ones with the money, even most successful black men are still with black women. So there's that only represents a small percentage, of the ones who get money and then they go get a white woman. That's a small percentage. Most black men who are successful are still with black women.
All right, but then also too, you talk about the family structure for food stamps, and most white women they're the ones that's using most of the food stamps. So that's a little lie that a lot of guys
Of
put on
course,
like
that's
the
of course
system and
that's
stuff.
common sense. There are far more, yeah, there
Yeah,
are
far
far
more
more
white
Aryans on
women.
food stamps than there are black people because there's more white people in this country.
Exactly. So those sell out. What's going on, Angelo? What's good, man? Okay, Angelo said feminists have created so much dysfunction and toxicity in the black family. Do you agree with that?
Yep,
Why you say that?
I do. And then also, us as a people, it's things that we could do, to stand and do better. Because, I heard something once that, it I heard something once, it literally broke my heart. A white man once said that black people don't support each other's businesses the way they should. Now to me, that was embarrassing that a white man said that. That was
Yeah.
embarrassing. We could stand to do better, you know, as a people. Just like talk show host Michael Basin, he was discussing one time how there are more black boys being mentored by white men. That's embarrassing. I mean, black men need to. I mean, black men need to step up and be leaders, and assume they, role as leaders, and they're not doing that.
Uh, they're really not. You want to
We,
bear down
you
a
know, we
woman.
as a race, we're not picking up the mantle the way we should.
No, we're not gonna say we're not grooming them. We're not so putting them to the side and like teaching or raising them. This shit, everything's on the woman. All we want to do is sit there and blame the woman. But yeah, we want to be the leaders. We expect to be the heads and stuff. But yeah, the Felicia said that's true, but that's hitting anger is compressed when they don't talk about it. That's when the fight and hostility comes. Most men don't like to be vulnerable when it comes to their feelings. Mm, it all depends on the individual. What's going on, Kenya? What's going on, Linda? Cadero said, I know quite a few white women who are on welfare and have food stamps. I never qualified for them. People assume that we get food stamps and welfare. Okay, Remy said, well, when it comes to white people, they know about everything that we do and don't do. That's not surprising. Angelo said, lack of masculinity. What's going on, Justin, Rachel? But yeah, what's wrong with the whole masculinity as far as black men is concerned? What's your thoughts about that?
I wish he would. Well, okay. Now this is my take on that. Okay, the lack of masculinity thing. Because we as black people, we falling into this thing too. This Hollywood image thing. There are only four main images that you see of the black man, and that's the athlete, the rapper, the baller, and the convict. And those are the four main images, of the black man that's been projected. The images of black men who are loving fathers, or black men who are doctors or independent businessmen, they don't, you know, they don't get projected. I think it's like this. People are more fascinated with the negative than they are the positive. That has a lot to do with why back in the day, the gangster rappers, like NWA and stuff, was selling a lot of records for the, shock value of it. Nobody's gonna buy a record about a rapper who's kissing babies and helping old ladies across the street. That doesn't create excitement.
No.
What creates excitement is I slapped these five females and I went and robbed a liquor store and all of that. The negative, unfortunately, the negative stuff gets too much attention in our society.
Exactly.
People gravitate towards the negative stuff. A lot of times people find the positive to be boring.
Yeah, we do advertise, dudes being gangster, thugs, basketball players, womanizers and stuff. That's the image that we portray. And we don't really lift the brothers as doctors, going to school and getting his education, getting his master's degree. You know, we call them brothers boring or lame, etc. You know, so yeah, you're right about that. Okay,
Priscilla Smiley Cover didn't ask the question that I want to answer.
okay, go on.
She says the question for me is, how do we help our black men if they don't talk or show interest? Well, Priscilla, my answer to that, I said people need to do better. Now, before anyone can help me or help Jonathan or any other individual, a person has to want to help themselves.
Yeah.
And it seems like now, that a lot of brothers, they equate being humble with weakness, with being weak. And that's not necessarily true all the time. It's not a shame, it's not embarrassing to ask for help or whatever, if you need it. And then plus we as people, we need to learn how to treat each other. We need to stop shooting and killing one another. We need to stop disrespecting each other. We need to stop taking advantage of each other. I mean, we just need to do better as a whole, as a group of people.
Yeah, I mean, it starts with self. It's all about having self-love and self-respect for ourselves, and respecting the kids, respecting our black women, raising them up, and putting life into them because they are the ones that's out there, raising our kids, raising the community. And we got to make sure that we have their full support. A lot of times we be nonchalant about their issues or nonchalant what's going on with them, but a lot of times, all they need is a hug. They need some kind of reassurance, like, hey, I'm proud of you. You're doing a good job. To talking about down about, oh, you're a single mother and you should have chose better. Like no woman needs to keep hearing that day in day out.
But also, though, now those kids need to be well mannered. They need to respect that man too, because I have talked to some brothers who have dated single mothers, and those brothers have had some negative experiences. They say that the kids don't respect them. They like, you're not my daddy and all, and all that kind of stuff. When the father isn't even there, that stepdaddy is doing more for those children than the biological father is. The biological father is not even in the picture, So also, the children need to be reared up in, respecting, their elders, respecting somebody who's, older than them, because it's a whole lot of the disrespect thing is going on. Let's face it, Jonathan. No man wants to provide for a woman and be there for her if his children are disrespecting him. If the children are disrespecting that man, they're not gonna want to do that.
Yeah, but that's why you gotta love. You gotta love her. You gotta love the mom. You gotta show her appreciation. The way you treat her mom, they see that, and quite naturally, that's what's gonna be reciprocated to the kids. If they see you loving a woman correctly, you speaking life into her, then one like that's what she's gonna reciprocate to you. Not all the time, but a lot of times that's what the kids see. Be a reflection of them. Uh oh, we got Mr. Mario in the building. What's going on, Super Mario? What's good with you, bro? Okay, Gadara said there are some people, both black and white, who have serious issues with interracial dating and interracial marriage. I have heard all kind of comments. Yeah, you're right about that. But like also too about the whole, you said the whole stepfathers and stuff. What about the whole Russell Wilson situation with him being a stepfather and you got black men tearing him down, and he's trying to be a positive role model to his stepson and his daughter. It's like you don't want to get on men for not take care of responsibility, but you're gonna get mad at Russell Wilson for stepping up and being a good role model for Sierra's child. What do you think about that?
They can't, you can't get mad if you're not doing what you're supposed to do as a man and a father. You can't get mad at the next individual because he's doing the job that you're supposed to be doing. Because, okay, this reminds me of a situation once, okay. this close friend one time, she needed to go get her. She needed to go to the grocery store to get some Pampers for her child, to get some diapers for her child. She didn't have a car during the time, but her baby's daddy did have a car. He was right over across the street at the court playing basketball. He wouldn't even take the girl to the store to get diapers for their child, but he got mad at me for driving her to the store in my car to get some Pampers. Now, if he's not doing the job that he's supposed to be doing, he can't get mad at me. And there wasn't anything even romantically or no type of hooking up going on between me and this woman. I mean, I didn't even see her like that. She was like a little sister to me.
Wow.
But he got mad. He didn't want to take her to the store to get Pampers for their child, but he got mad at me for taking her to the store to get the diapers. That make it make sense. That didn't make sense to me. It didn't. That didn't make sense.
No, I don't really agree with that. I mean, you're a grown man, you have kids, and you're getting mad at the stepfather. You're not even actively present within your own children's life. You can't do nothing but sit there and have that man respect because he's doing your job with the father. You know, if a man is supposed to do what he's supposed to do with his child, regardless if he's in a relationship with his child mother or not. You know, I don't play that. You know, doing the bare minimum for your kids, etc. You gotta do up and beyond for your kids. You know, which is encouraging people to be deadbeats and encouragement to
And
be
I want to
fathers.
elaborate on something.
Oh, no, go on. What you gonna say?
I want to elaborate on something that Kadarius spoke on. He was saying that it could be a positive interracial relationship for all the right reasons, but a lot of people still act like they have a serious problem with interracial relationships. Okay, I want to elaborate on that. I've seen some cases some where some black women have rejected black men who have tried to talk to them, but yet but later on they would see those brothers with a woman of a different race, and they would call that brother a sellout. Well, to me, make it make sense. See that you labeled it like I am. You didn't. I mean, you didn't want him, so why should you care about who he dates? I mean, to me, that's pushing the that's pushing the envelope. That's pushing the envelope way too far. I mean, rejection is a part of life, but you're not going to reject me and tell me who I can date. I mean, if I try to kick it to you and you reject me, okay, fine, you out of the equation. Okay, I'm a free agent. Who I decide to date is my business. I've seen that. I've seen people who, they'll reject an individual, but they'll get mad at who that person dates. That doesn't make sense. That to me, that doesn't make sense to me.
No, I just want to say there's plenty of black women to choose from, man. Well, let me read some of the comments. Kenya said a lot of times it sounds like dudes take it personal because the children are not his, but all children and teenagers have boundaries. Get out your feelings and be an adult. It's not personal. All right, that was a good one. All right, Rita Maria King said, "Don't you think they need to have programs for men to show them how to participate more better in their children's lives? And instead of putting a father in jail because he can't pay child support, the court system should find a job for them to help them sanitary. Uh, to just know what to do as far as being there for his children. Your child has to eat, sleep. You know that instinctively because you was a child yourself. You know you have stuff you have to do as a child, the wrong as a child. So financially, your child has to work. He needs to eat, needs your homework done, etc. Like, shouldn't have somebody pushing you to force you to spend time or force you to be a father. It should just come
Thank you.
naturally.
You should not have to make a grown man take care of. You should not have to make a grown man
No,
take care of his seed.
no.
Thank you.
Like, y'all calling these men too much. Like, oh, he don't have a job. They need to teach men. Like, no, quit coddling these grown men and make them responsible. Take care of the kids. If you don't want to pay child support, bam, that's it. Take them to jail. Cause paying child support, that's just doing the bare minimum, you know. And there's always got to be some kind of penalty, you know. If you like your landlord, you know, you can't just give your landlord, you know, $300 and then say, okay, that's the rent paid, okay, figure it out. No, you have to pay the full amount, you know. And it's the same thing
And
with
when he gets out of jail, he's still gonna have to pay that child
you
support.
still gotta pay. Like, there's no, you can't escape that. It's either you made a decision to lay down with this woman, to bear a child, and you have to own up and value fatherhood. There's no escaping. And I shouldn't have to
That's
keep.
why I say men need to do better.
Yeah, do better. Protect your seed. You know, your legacy. Don't get down, be trying to rock out these women, getting them pregnant, and then you looking like, whoa, you know, I got all these women pregnant, and you just want to abandon them. Like, no, you got to work and you got to take care of your kids, regardless. Even if you got to work two, three jobs, you know.
Well, I can proudly say that I raised both of my boys who are grown. I raised both. They were by the same woman, and I was married to that woman. So it's a lot of brothers can't say that. It's a lot of white men can't say that. It's a lot of Latino men can't say that. So I was there for mine. Was it rough at times? Yes, it was. There were times I had to work overtime and almost kill myself just to get my children the bare necessities. But those were my kids. They depended on their father. So I stepped up and did what I needed to do as a man.
Yeah, that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to, work two, three jobs, and you got to sacrifice. You can't have no excuses, because the mom, she can't have no excuses. She can't have no bad days. She got to work, cook, come home, clean, help out with the household, and do homework, and do, fix lunch, etc. It's like, it's not fair. She got all the pressure is on her, and none of the responsibility is on the man. He can just come by when he wants to, do what he wants to do, get work.
Exactly.
I talk about them plenty of times. Dudes got to value fatherhood, and also too, mothers too. Guys, men is out there trying to do good for they progeny. No, don't make that stuff difficult. Especially he went to court and got the courts, and he got. So, I'll be no better woman. Uh-oh, what's going on, Auntie? What's
Another thing,
going on?
and another thing, another thing I worry on is I hate to see brothers who got their priorities backwards. Like, they got the cleanest car, got the cleanest ride, got a $20,000 CD system in their car. The CD system is worth more money than the car is, but taking care of their children, they don't have the basic stuff for their children. They got a $20,000 system in their car, but they don't even have burial insurance on their children. That to me, that's backwards priorities to me. We as black men need to do better with as far as our priorities are concerned.
Yeah, priority wise, your kids come first. Come before any women. Your kids come first. You know,
Cause
Dark food. No,
one
go
thing
on.
that my one thing that my play sister Asia Farmer elaborates on a whole lot, and the brothers get mad at her because it's true. She's even had to kick some brothers off of her Facebook post for being disrespectful to her because see one thing about the truth is gonna offend you and make you mad before it actually sets in. And the main thing that they constantly drills this actually is sadly it has a lot of truth in it. We have too many brothers out there, too many black men that don't want to hold any type of accountability for their actions. Accountability is everything. Accountability is what makes your character. Accountability is what makes you an adult. You know, holding some type of accountability for your actions.
Yeah, yeah, you're right about that. You gotta be accountable. That's the thing with Asia. She do instill those into you. You know, you gotta be accountable. Hold on, let me read some of these comments. Okay, my auntie said, as a woman from the South, I was raised to support and value the black man above all other races. As I age, I still value my own, but now I'm open to all kinds of supportive men. Okay, auntie, all right, I hear you. All right, Melinda said, I dated the whole spectrum, honey. Ain't no different to me. Okay. Kenya said, there's a huge difference, and they are the ones who set and maintain the difference. Okay. Alicia said, but again, if the man's still holding childhood grudges against his own father, don't expect them to be a father he never had. That's real talk. Most black men are in the system for child support, but not all men are going to fall through. Man, I disagree with you on that. It's on the individual's choice. You know, you can everybody's situation is different. Some people have fathers, some people don't have fathers, and it's all on the individual how he wants to make his life. You know, you can't be you can't have your father not there and keep making excuses. You know, because a lot of people didn't grow up with a father, so you can't make excuses as a man.
And you brought up something, Jonathan, that I want to elaborate on.
Okay.
You made the statement that, okay, you made the statement about, brothers who date out, you were saying that there's plenty of black women. Okay, that's the statement you made. Okay, I
Yeah.
want to elaborate on that.
Okay.
There are plenty of black women, plenty of beautiful, sexy, gorgeous black women. But my thing is this. My Facebook friend, Rachel Hunter, she's right. Love, if it's true love, it has no color. Okay, now, okay, suppose I met a woman who was everything I wanted in a woman,
Yeah.
but let's say she was Asian or Latino. But but outside of our paint jobs, our pigment, our skin colors, okay, let's say for argument's sake, let's say she's everything that I want in a woman.
Yeah.
Now, I would be a fool just for the sake of political correctness to let go of something I already have for something that I might not ever get. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, why would you let go of something that you already have for something that you might not ever get? That's my take on this. I mean, that's to me, that's only if an interracial couple is together for the right reasons. Now, I have heard some white women make some negative comments about black men got bigger penises and we can throw down in the bedroom and all that. That's stereotypical. No. White women who think like that, they want black men for the wrong reasons.
Exactly.
That's why I say if it's not genuine love and compatibility on both sides, those two people don't need to be together,
Oh, Janelle
no
said
matter
that's
what they
false.
race are.
Oh, Janelle said that's false. She was
Say
saying
what's
that's
false.
false. What you was saying about white women saying that guys have big, you know, sizes.
No, I didn't say all white women. I said there are some white women who think like that. I've heard some of them say that. I went live with one of them last week who
Oh,
thought like that, who's got that way of thinking. All mans don't think alike, you know. People need to get
okay.
out of the mentality that everybody thinks like them. I mean, what you do in your house, I may not do in my house. You know, that's what makes the world grand. People are different people, different opinions.
Yeah, yeah. Agree to disagree on stuff. That's like that. She said, Janelle said, black men have the worst sex, in my opinion. Too rough. Maybe that's the guys you're having sex with. Not all of us are
Thank
like.
you, because there are millions of black men. There are millions of black men. I'm sure she hasn't. I'm sure she. You see, you even laughing yourself, Jonathan. I'm sure she hasn't had sex with every last one of us millions of black men. She's going. She's going.
It's
Just the
few.
dudes she been with been garbage. But she
That's
going by them
few.
garbage dudes she been with.
Oh, that's your. No, that's your experience personally. You can't blame every black man for that.
Thank you.
All right, let me read some of these comments. Who else we got? All right, Adrian said, I don't be trying to bash black men. I just try to tell them at some point everything can't be always on the woman. Yeah, yeah, I agree with that. Men, we gotta take accountability, be the leaders that we claim we want to be. Um, Linda said, because some mothers scared to whip their butt. My brother had big issue with our father. I could give two else about him being sorry. Okay. Hannah said, I think as long as you're with a good woman who isn't currently married to a man, regardless of race. Okay, I can respect that. Okay, Rita Marie King said, you are so right. Women cannot make no excuses when it comes to putting food on the table and clothes on my back, child's back. But why? I think they've been given the wrong gender, sometimes birth control. That's true. That's true. You know. But yeah, though, like I said, it's all like I said, we got to do a better job with being accountable and raising our progeny and putting everything on the women and stuff. Because it's not our job to put on to wear the pants in a relationship. I just made a post about that. It's not her job to be putting on the pants in a relationship, putting on both hats. Okay, Janelle said, I'm with you on that, Kenya. Auntie said, with that being said, and find value in all men that fit the bill and be open. I'm out. All right, you have a good one. So what do you got to say about
Me and
that? What are your thoughts about that? Pornography.
yeah, I wanted to shout out to my girl Kenya White because
Uh
even though me
oh.
and her even though we disagree on a lot of things, Kenya White and I have a lot of respect for each other. And if it's her belief that the only man that she can be with in that way, intimately and providing what have you, is her, is her black king, then I'm with her on that because, you can't, tell other people, who to be with, and you can't dictate other people's, relationships.
Uh oh. Kenya White. She's a legend. She taught me a lot too. Learned a lot from her. Learned a lot from her and Asia. Y'all learn a lot from y'all. Thank y'all
Oh yeah,
every day.
I've learned a lot from those too.
Oh yeah. So yeah, though. Anything else you want to speak on about why some black men date outside their race?
Some of them do it for positive reasons where that just happens to be the individual who they fell in love with, and some of them do it for negative reasons. The ones who feel like non-black women are better, they're superior, all that Nazi rhetoric, they're doing it for the wrong reasons, and it's eventually it's not going to work anyway if together for the wrong reasons. And the ones who doing it, they shouldn't be they shouldn't be disrespecting black women at all. Because like I'm gonna tell you somebody who comes to mind. To me, this individual is disgusted. To me, he's a sorry excuse for a black man. I'd like to sit down and have a talk with that brother. And I'm talking about that Tommy Sotomayor. I'd like to sit him down and have a I'd like to sit him down and have a talk with him. I used to follow him somewhat, but you know what made me just wash my hands to Tommy Sotomayor?
Or
When he went when he went live on YouTube and Facebook on his, online show, and he made the asinine statement that Sandra Bland got exactly what she deserved. When he made that statement, I was done, Jonathan. I was done with Tommy Sotomayor because I wasn't there at the situation with Sandra Bland and the police. You weren't there, but still, I don't care how smart her mouth was, how allegedly ratchet she was or was not, or what have you. No one deserves to die like that, you know. So when that was highly disrespectful on the part of on behalf of all black women when Thomas Sotomayor said that. And to every black woman who's watching this live right now with me and Jonathan Carter, even if Thomas Sotomayor, if he's too big of an a-hole to apologize, I'd like to apologize on the behalf of all black women for what that idiot said, because I was done with him when he said that. When he made that statement, I washed my hands to him. I mean, that just goes to show that some of our people will just drag our own through the mud for, oppressor approval, if you understand what I'm saying. I was just done with Thomas Sotomayor when he said that. I was done with him.
Yeah, I agree. Like I said, you have a preference. You may want to date outside your race, but you don't need to be degrading your own kind of women. That's real disrespectful. I don't agree with all that. All right, Kenya said, I don't dictate what people should do. I just was real about the fact that our ancestors would not support it. Get out your feelings and be honest about that. Uh-oh, she's talking to you. Kenya talking to you.
Kenya, I'm not in my feelings. I just feel that if two people genuinely love and care about each other, race shouldn't matter. Because at the end of the day, at the end of the day, I'm a strong believer in God. And God racial profiling, slavery, segregation, all that. God is not the author of confusion. He didn't start all of that, Kenya. Man started all of that.
Okay. All right. You're free to what you gotta say. You know. Yeah, God, He isn't out there confusion. He knows what's right. You look at the spirit, you look at the person. He don't judge people off color. Anyways, Rita Marie King says some black men deal with white women because of money, and some again do it because they really do love that white woman. But I got to see some of the black brothers use a blacklist series to just because of money. Okay. So one person saying that basically, black men get with white women because of financial reasons. What's your response?
To me, that's not true. That's not that's not true. You know, any any race of woman can be basically taking care of a brother. A bum can be leaning on any race of woman to take care of him. I mean, I know the direction she's going. She's going in the direction that white women are more docile, or they'll put up with more than a black woman will put up with. No, women putting up with foolishness is a human thing, because I've seen a lot of women of all races put up with foolishness. I've seen a lot of our sisters put up with foolishness, put up with a guy who doesn't respect her, doesn't value her as a queen, who's constantly jumping on her, and all that. Just the other day, a couple of days ago, I saw a guy in this building I live in, got into it with his girlfriend, and that guy hit her. And both of them were black. So respect or disrespect can come from any race. It's all about the character of the person. It's about that. It's about the individual character. Me personally, I don't hit women. If it has to get to the point where we got to be arguing and scrapping all the time, and it's got to come to the point of disrespect and physical contact and all that, man, I feel like me and that woman don't even need to be together.
Okay, Ken, you said, do you think race didn't matter to our ancestors? Everything we did have been through because of racial differences. And we're not talking about. I don't think he's talking about man. He's talking about God. God doesn't see color. Man sees color.
Exactly. I've never said that race doesn't matter in this society. I would never make a stupid statement like that. Profiling and all of that, Kenya, this is definitely a fact, and it probably always will be. I've never said that race didn't matter. What I said is that God is not the author of confusion. Man came up with all that foolishness. That's basically what
Yeah.
I'm saying.
Yeah, but as far as why I think some black men date white women is because all the images you see, the white woman is proud, successful, and you know she has that supportive husband. And a lot of times, a lot of brothers they want that. They want that type of oh, what's going on, Jacqueline? How you doing? Yeah, they want that type of support system that they never had. You know, especially the father in and out of the house. You know, they never seen the stability of that home, and they like going to that type of environment because they actually see two
Yes, the
parents in the
white,
home. They actually see how
yes,
some
due to
things.
yes, due to unfairness and white supremacy in this society, the white woman is held up as the standard of beauty. But yeah, I'm gonna be honest now. I've seen some brothers with some homely women for real. I mean, I've seen some brothers with some. I've seen some brothers with some white women who I know that well-to-do white men wouldn't want. There are some brothers who get that messed up mentality where they'll take them any kind of way long as they white. They superior long as they white. And now as I see it with some white women, but there are also some black men who get with non-black women for the right reasons, and usually right prevails, most of the time. Now, the ones who I see with non-black women who are with them for the right reasons because they're each other's support system and that's the individual they fell in love with, those brothers have some nice looking women. Now, the ones who are brainwashed, who will just take them any kind of way, I ain't gonna lie. A lot of them brothers got some homely white women. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I mean, I just feel like the media has really just put black women on the back burner. You know, every time that you pick up a magazine, it's like they always try to uplift the white women and black women are always at the bottom or at the bottom peak. And it's not fair that we don't uplift them and realize their worth and their value. You know, all we want to do is just degrade them and talk down to them. And we don't try do try to raise them up, or you calling that man he a simp, he trying to pander and stuff. It's like it don't make any sense, you know.
I agree with you because the rap industry is a multi-billion-dollar industry, and a lot of young black men have become filthy rich in the rap music business by, you know, basically, degrading their own women. I mean, I don't go for that. I can't support that. I mean, because those brothers, their mothers are black, their sisters are black, their aunties and their grandmothers are black. But the thing about that is this, Jonathan. It's hard to get. It's extremely difficult to get a rap artist to change his message or make his message more positive if the current image that he's projecting is making money. If the image of the pimp and the womanizer that he's projecting, if that's making money and selling millions of records, it's gonna be hard to make him let go of that image. It's gonna be hard to do.
Yeah,
If that image is making money for him. But I understand what you're saying. I hate how the black woman is exploited in a lot of cases. In a lot of cases they are. You absolutely right about that.
yeah. Let me read some of these comments. What we got? Oh, what's going on, Antonia? Yeah, black men made his women standard baby mama. Yeah, I mean, our image, the image of black men. You know, instead of marrying them, giving them our last name, we just want to sit there and give her kids and abandon them, and we want to put the blame on her for how the community is, and we want to call ourselves the head. That doesn't make any sense. You know, that's kind of backwards. You know.
Now also too, Jonathan, a lot of our beautiful black women need to choose better. Okay, now I've seen this scenario. I'm gonna explain the scenario I've seen on numerous
Okay.
occasions. I've seen this scenario. I've seen I've seen a beautiful young black woman single mother, she may, you know, stay in government subsidized housing or Section 8 or whatever, and then she moves a man up in there. Now, that I don't understand. Now, if a man, sisters, you need to know your worth. If a man is not strong enough to be a provider, and a leader, and be strong enough to financially get you and your children out of Section 8 instead of him laying up in there with y'all, sponging off of y'all, why are you with that brother? See, a lot of our beautiful sisters don't know their worth.
I was gonna say they're in a losing situation. When they with him when he's down, they get blamed. When they deal with a brother that got money, they still get blamed. So it's a contradicting sword. You think about it. But you would rather have somebody at least have the knowledge to get you out of the situation than dealing with somebody who can't do nothing for you.
Exactly.
But then at the same time, though, like I said, they get blamed for why you not sticking. You see his potential. Why don't you just date bills? You see his potential and not try to finesse it. But the problem is you don't want to sit there and build it up. Then he end up leaving you and get with a white woman. So it's like a double-edged sword that they're going through. Deal with the guy that got money established, or deal with the dude who got no money. So it's either she's a gold digger or she, supporting the struggle of.
Well, my own experience is this. Okay, I'm a common working individual. Okay, I've worked my way all the way up on my job to become a trainer, and got a, promotion and a raise. But I still want to go further because that's not my calling, the job I'm working in, degree in commercial design. And I want to be a prominent Black comic book artist because there's not enough Black character representation to me in comic books. Now, whatever woman is with me while I'm claiming it, reaching that goal, that's who I'm going to be with. It's not in my character to have a woman who's down with me and then I leave her once I make it big and go get with a video vixen or something. That's not in every man's character. That's not in my character to do that. I know,
Yeah,
but I understand what you and a lot of the sisters are saying. I mean, some Black men do. Some Black men, sister is fine for them as long as they're broke. But when they get big money, first thing they want to do is step out of the realm. You do have some brothers like that, but they are not representative of all Black men because it definitely doesn't represent me.
exactly. That's not all of us. It's only a few people. All right, Kenya said Black men talk about other Black men who are not providers, but they personally want to be roommates with their women. A lot of brothers they want equal rights as far as being roommates because that's what the standard that we have set as men. We have set the bar has been so minimum to just be, just give half and not want to be providing in all fashion, not just financially, but mentally, emotionally as well as what we're lacking of doing. You know, what's your thoughts about calling us providers, but a lot of time we want to go half on stuff we or just talk about like equal rights, equal rights. We want to go half on stuff and not want to be the main provider of the home. We still want to lean on her to do her.
To me, that's not a man. A man should want to take care of his wife. And I'm from the old school, Jonathan. I'm not a proponent of shacking and living together and all that. I believe in marriage. So yes, me personally, yes, I will take care of a woman if she is my wife. So I have no issue with providing. I married, and if I was to ever get married again someday, I, still have no issue with providing. That's what That's what a real man is supposed to do. You know, if a man wants a woman to go rent with him, that's not a provider. That's a roommate. That's not a provider. Not saying that the woman shouldn't help the man do anything, but I feel like, yep, but I feel like the main bills, the biggest, most difficult bills, the primary bills of any household, like the rent and the utilities. Now I feel like the man should take care of that. I really do.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I agree to that too. You know, that's why I said you gotta find out people who fit your core value. You okay with paying half? You okay with a man paying for all the bills? You gotta find someone that works for you. Cause what may work for me may not work for Angela, or may not work for Tom or Marcus, etc. So you guys always find people with similar core values and similar beliefs. You know, and also too,
Well,
you
see,
know, you being the not go on.
well, see, the main thing that all women of all races need to realize, understand is this: everything walking around with a penis and wears a pair of pants is not a man. Just because you got a penis and you wearing pants, that don't make you no man. Just because you wearing pants and got a penis. You know, I know a lot of creatures walking around with pairs of pants and a penis and they not a man. You know,
Yeah,
I
that's the
don't
thing that
seen
you
dudes, almost 60 years old, ain't got no ambition and no job, no car, no future plans, no 401ks, don't get a meal unless mama fix it. That that's not a man. To me, I think this society really has emasculated black men, the ones who don't fail for it.
yeah. Yeah, like I said, too much is on the women and said that there are not enough men that's stepping up and want to step out the box and want to actually go out there and provide and protect and lead, you know. Like, let's go have. Like, it's just funny. Sometimes you go on dates and stuff. It's like, oh, are you gonna pay for it? It should come out automatically. A man's supposed to go out there and pay for the date. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't get this whole new generation. Like, oh, I want you to go half on the date. I'm like, what type of stuff is that? You know? But you want her to sit there and respect you and stuff. You know?
But it goes it but it goes on, Jonathan, because some of the ladies on Facebook, you know, they've called me and talked to me confidentially, one on one about what you just said, that a man asked them on a date, but yet he's expecting that woman to pick up the tab or go half or they go Dutch or whatever. Look, look, brothers, all the men within the sound of my voice. If you ask a woman out on a date and she's sweet enough to accept, all the finances should be on you because you're the one who showed an interest in her out. Don't ask a woman out and then expect her to pay for everything.
Exactly. Also, too, don't have her pump her own gas. Don't have her take out her own trash. Any kind of yard work. Don't let her do that. You know, that's your job. That's your job as a man. You know, I don't care what time it is. That's what you got to do as a man. Make sure you get the trash, help pump gas, pay for dates, etc. You know, I mean, there's nothing wrong with after a few dates, since he's like, okay, well, I'm gonna treat you. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm just saying initially, you
No,
want
ain't
to
nothing
probably
wrong with
make
that because
sure.
that keeps no, there's nothing wrong with that because that keeps balance in a relationship.
Exactly. The lady listening, you gotta reciprocate it too. You know, he take you out, okay, cool. You know, I got you next time. A man will really appreciate that. A man, key word, a man is gonna appreciate it, not a grown boy.
A man, not somebody who
Man.
wants to be a player or a pimp or somebody who's going to try to take advantage of you. A man will appreciate that.
Hey man, bro, that's what I'm talking about, man. And man, a lot of times the women that keep dealing with grown boys, they want him to chair and nurture him. I'm like, no, You gotta get you a man. You keep dealing with grown boys. You wanna blame the boys. Why you acting like a boy? He don't want to be responsible. He don't want to go out there and work. He don't want to do nothing. I'm like, you dealing with him, you know? I,
We both know why they did. Jonathan, we both know the answer to that. We both know the answer to that. Okay, I love women. I think women are beautiful and sexy, but women are what I like to call this relationship mechanics. And mechanics, they love to fix things, and a lot of times a woman to deal with a no good man for a long time because she feels like within her heart of hearts that she can fix that man. If he came in a sorry, no good joker with nothing to bring to the table, that's probably how he's going to go out. So,
yeah, but some of these
if a man
women,
has nothing to offer you or nothing concrete to bring to the table, ladies, don't know your worth. Don't devalue yourself and devalue your body over these, jokers who don't even value you as queens. Don't do it.
well, see, the problem is they're gonna hear all this. They still gonna be laying up with the dude, you know. You gotta be cautious of that too.
Yep. So some of them ain't gonna think about what me and you talking about. But at least I know we know two girls who ain't going no. We know Kenya White and Asia Farmer ain't going. We know them two ain't taking care of no man. So we
No,
know those two ain't going.
like I said, you want to learn something, you gotta take notes under Kenya and Asia. You know, they know a lot. They real wisdom. They know they got standards. They know who they are. Okay, the one that said, what happens to the woman who depends on their man to take care of her, then he passes away? Where does that leave her? How does she survive if he's been doing all of the providing? What's your take on that?
I repeat what you just said.
Okay, what happens to the woman who depends on their man to take care take care of the house when he passes away? Where does that leave her? How does she survive if he's been doing all of the providing? Or what does she do?
Even if a woman has a man who is the greatest provider, she should never just totally 100% depend on that man without a backup plan, because the man doesn't even have to die. He doesn't have to die. He doesn't have to get sick. The man could be a great provider and have a change of heart. He could see another fine young thing out here that he wants. It ain't nothing to stop him from getting up, walking away from that woman. That's why women always need to have a plan B and always be prepared in case something happens.
True. You know, I feel like a queen should always have her money. She should always have a backup plan. You know, and you have to always have your money. You know, even if you have a little part time, you have to have some kind of income because a lot of times the brother out there providing, he could be very controlling, very manipulative. He could be very abusive. He could be feeling like he's dominating you, and you don't have nothing to say to her because he's been paying all the bills, and you just feel like, okay, I'm the man in the house, so you shut up, you do what I got to do because I'm paying for everything, you know. So you don't want her to not be able to have the option to have her own money, so she can't escape, you know.
Yeah, you're right about that. And with me being a big movie buff, a perfect example of what you just said to me reminds the movie Enough that Jennifer Lopez was in. Her husband thought that just because he was rich and he was paying all the bills, he could hit on her, that he could disrespect her, that he could have other women and everything. He thought he could devalue her just because he was paying all the bills. And there are men who are like that in real life. So I understand what you're saying.
Hey man, okay, we got Kenya. She said you was quick to talk about the difference between a man and a boy, but it takes more men raising and maintain the standards of manhood to see real change. Blaming women for a lack of real manhood is illogical. What's your thoughts about that? What can you say? What's your thoughts about that?
That Well, I understand what she's saying. Real leaders don't, blame other people, for their shortcomings, which they don't. A real leader doesn't. A real leader doesn't do that. And like I was saying, when I raised me personally, I can only speak on my situation.
Yeah.
When I raised my two boys, yes, it was difficult, but I stuck in there as a man and a leader, and I did what needed to be done to raise my boys. Because whenever I would, whenever I would get into a tight squeeze or whatever, I would work overtime or what have you. Blaming somebody else wasn't going to fix anything because I knew the situation that I was getting in. You know, when I had two children, I know that those two boys were depending on their father to be their leader and their provider. And that's what I did. Kenya White is absolutely correct, though, on what she says. There are some people who want to blame other people for their shortcomings. They want to blame everybody and don't want to take any type of self-examination, of their own personal stuff. There are some people who are like that. But
Yeah, yeah, you're
I
right about that. You know,
but
go on.
I believe I did pretty good as far as, raising a family. I believe I did pretty good.
Hey, amen to you, amen for you being there, that strong leader and that strong soldier. You know, props to you. You need more dads like that. You know. But yeah, I mean, as far as the response to what you said, we can't really point the finger at women. Whatever we have to understand as men that we have to raise the standard, and women are supposed to follow us, and we have to be better example for them to follow. So we have to put all the blame really on us. We can't really blame the woman for a lot of stuff. So she's right about that. I do agree with that. And A just said, yeah, they blame women for a lack of manhood. Then say a woman can't raise a man. That confuses me. If she can't raise a boy to be a man, but it's her fault for his lack of manhood. What's your thoughts about that?
To me, uh, to me, a child needs both parents. A child
Mm-hmm.
needs a mother and a father. And to me, you know, of a woman basically would have a lot of difficulty teaching a boy how to be a man. I mean, it could be done, but it would be extremely difficult. You know, a lot of people in the black community, they look at Dr. Phil's show, they look at Dr. Phil as being a joke. But one profound thing that Dr. Phil says that I agree 100% on is the biggest, most important, most influential person in a child's life is the same sex parent. So just like girls need their mothers to teach them what it is to grow up and be a strong, productive woman, sons need their fathers there with them to teach them what it is to grow up and be a strong, productive man.
Amen to
So
that.
that's my take on it.
Yeah, amen to that. Like I said, you can't raise a boy to be a man, but it's her fault to lack of his manhood. No, it's not her fault. I made a video about that. It's on my page. So y'all want to check it out. I had a little discussion about it, but I mean, it's so much stuff you can teach him about being respect, being kind, being honorable. But there's a lot of stuff that he needs to come from a man's point of view and just being around other type of men that he's not going to get from the mother. And that's not to say that a mother isn't important. She's important, but there's a lot of stuff that he may not be comfortable with confessing to a woman or to his mother, to his aunt, that he might feel comfortable um, or understanding more for another man. So,
Yeah,
and like I said,
boys need a strong male. They need a strong male figure there. They
yeah,
need a
because
strong male.
like you said,
If
like a
the
lot of
father
brothers
isn't
don't really
there,
know
it could
what
be a men. It could be a mentor. It could be an uncle. They need a strong male influence there.
yeah, and why I say it as far as women that have single moms or don't have the father active or don't have any kind of father, no kind of men in their lives, you have to get a mentor, you have to get a guidance counselor, you have to get somebody to help nurture that man's development because it's a lot of times brothers, like I said, brothers don't really know what's going on, don't know what manhood is. We hear protect, provide, cover a woman, but a lot of times, a lot of brothers don't know what it looks like because they've never seen their dad do it. So a lot of times they don't know what it looks like. So Well, like you have like a lot of guys preaching to the woman, find you a dude who's protect you, provide, cover for you. Y'all get all riled up and hear that, but it's like how many dudes actually teaching other men how to be the type of men that's out there pursuing the type of woman that's actually listening to type of seminars, etc. So that's what we got to
Yep,
do
because
about it,
that's
man.
one. Yeah, because that's one thing that Asia Farmer talks about a lot. That I sort of got to agree with her with. You don't see a whole lot of black men, you know, correct other brothers in their dirt. You know, you don't
Mm-mm.
you don't see that. You don't see that a whole lot. And I guess it's because a lot of it has to do with a lot of it does have to do with the system of white supremacy, where the black community has been damaged a lot, where we don't have that sense of community that we used to have. Because you let's just face it, you can't say a whole lot to a perfect stranger these days to correct them. I mean, they probably cuss you out or worse, but we as black people, we need to get that sense. We need to get that sense of community back. If you see somebody doing something and they know that's not right, you need to at least address that to the individual. Now, whether or not they listen to it, take heed to it, that's entirely up to them. But at least you've done your part by letting them
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, I mean, my thing is like me and you, we can sit here and talk to men, but a lot of times it's gonna go in one ear out the other. That's why you gotta start when they're young, then during grade school, middle school, etc. That way they can learn properly, not wait till they're 30, 40, 50 years old and they're already kind of in their own ways, or already in their kind of mindset. So, it's easy for women to say, well, why don't you hold older men accountable? I'm like, we tell brothers, but it's like either they're gonna listen or they not. A lot of times they're not gonna listen. They just gonna point the finger at the woman. So there's really nothing a lot of men can do, especially once another man has reached a certain age. A lot of times they're
And then there
already
was
stuck.
some,
You said
and then
what?
it was something you laughed at earlier that Kenya White said.
What happened?
I want to address our girl Kenya White. Kenya White, she made a statement earlier that the porn industry has, ruined a lot of men's image of sex. Okay, could okay, it could that could be true in some cases, Kenya. That depends on who the man is. But I'm just gonna say this: if a man gonna be a lover, husband, support system, provider, whatever you, basically be that woman's everything next to God. Tell you, Kenya, a man he don't want no woman got no boring sex. I'm just gonna be honest. That would be making some of these men step out and everything. A man don't want no boring. A man is not gonna want no boring sex. I'm telling you.
Amen to that, brother. All right, the one that said you guys need to preach to the fathers. Stop telling the mothers that it's their fault because who they father their children with. Start telling the fathers to raise their children. Say something to the father to mentor them. Once again, brothers are already stuck in their ways. A lot of brothers are not trying to hear what I have to say, what Angelo has to
Or
say,
what?
any
Or what
other.
I have to say.
They're
You
not. They
absolutely.
don't listen to us. Women are the most influential person to a man's life. You can speak life to you can tell life or death to a man. It's you can you have to have that sisterhood. Like, look, I'm not gonna be abused. I'm not gonna take any kind of crap for this man. You gotta have your own
And
stand. You gotta have your own self worth.
then another thing, Jonathan, like you said, a lot of these brothers are hard headed and stuck in their ways. If in
Exactly.
some cases, if some cases, okay, now the white man's the white man's child support and family court system has way more power than you and I have. They have the power to garnish those brothers' wages, to take their license from them, to lock those brothers up. You know the direction I'm going in. And some of them brothers still don't want to do right. So, if they're not even listening to them, they're not gonna listen to you or me. They're not gonna listen to you or I.
Exactly.
Some
You
people
telling
just
a
stuck in their
dude.
ways for all the wrong reasons.
Exactly. We can sit here and talk and say, y'all need to do better, but at the end of the day, when he's trying to get something from you, it's on you to be like, nah, you don't get none unless you treat me like a queen. You respect me. You give me undivided attention, and you checking up on me like a man's supposed to do. If you can sit here and tell other men do better, and yet you still gonna lay down with a man who disrespecting you, hitting on you, abusing you, then what good does it make that me and Angela or anybody gonna speak life to the men if y'all gonna keep laying down with these brothers and they disrespecting you?
Thank you. I've had that happen in my life a couple of times. Well, I've had that happen in my life a couple of times where, you know, where a woman who's got a guy who's cheating on her or jumping on her or whatever, and she comes tries to give me some relationship advice. I just politely tell her in a nice way, sister, you with a man that's putting his laying hands on you. You're not in no position to give me any type of relationship advice because your own house is not even in order.
Exactly. Hold on. Hold on. We said Kenya said boring sex is not opposite of what expected in porn. Thinking it is just proves my point. I don't know about that.
I don't know about that either. Kenya, me and Jonathan, we don't agree with you on that.
Nah,
We,
disagree with that. Really disagree on that. And it's all good. It's all good. Agree, disagree. That's cool. I don't
oh,
do
you
it at
can
all.
agree to disagree. Yeah, that's the good thing about me and Kenya White. We disagree on a
Yeah,
lot of things, but we still mutually respect each other.
exactly. Yeah. But yeah, you got anything else to say? Because I gotta wrap this up real quick. I got another video to do tonight. So you got anything else to say?
No, basically, I enjoyed being on here with you. We got to do this again. Outside of the part of you trying to bust me out about the hair was being in the hair in my that was in my nostril.
No. People were
Other than
saying
that,
something. They were saying you had something up there, so I just pointed it out. That's all. Just looking at it.
no, that was hair. That was hair, and I didn't. Like I said, I did wash my hands. I'll always keep my sanitizer handy.
Okay. All right. One
But
last
no,
question.
we got to do this.
All right. Let me read the last question, and I gotta jet. Gotta get ready for another live and stuff. Okay. Black women refusing sex does
Yeah,
not
we gonna
change men behavior. Even if all black men were on one accord, y'all still would just go to other races. Y'all fight for the right to do so. Not me. So that's not everybody. That's some. So you know, and like I said, that's not me. But we do gotta do a better job with self-respect and having self-love for women in general, and quit making excuses and being accountable, like we said earlier in the video.
Oh, of course.
Okay. All right, but anyways, I appreciate everybody for tuning in. Thank you, Angela, for joining me. Anybody want to join me for a live discussion or any kind of debate, let me know. We can just talk it out and just everybody have a safe and blessed night. Everybody, thank you for tuning in. Y'all share this video and y'all check out my channel too. Everybody have a blessed night. Peace.
Y'all have a good one.
Have a good one.